Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think after today, you're going to be seeing me a lot less of this and a lot more of this up here, right? Remember I can do that? Yeah, you saw the last video. You know how short I got. And you want to know why I'm going to be up here so much? It's not for my health. It's not for any of this all that much. It's for these things. Yeah. I got to stand up more for these. Let's give you some backstory, why don't we? Before we go any further, this is not a video meant for you to take pity on me. I'm only making this because it's something that directly affects my workflow and how many videos you guys get and how many videos I'm able to make for you. So let's get into it, shall we? Freaking heck, man, just hit my arm. You and I are gonna go on a little time travel mission back to September 14th. And if you don't remember what September 14th was, it was my brother's birthday. So happy birthday, bro. I love you. Appreciate you. But it was also the early access open beta PC launch for Blackout. Call of Duty, Blackout, Black Ops 4, whatever you want to say it. I was in the middle of doing a stream on Blackout and being, Call of Duty Battle Royale. It was the most exciting thing at the time, and everybody thought it was going to be a great hit. And it kind of was, right? But that's redundant. I went on Twitch, streamed on there for a long time. I played for about 12 hours until these guys decided to say, no more streaming for you. After about 12 hours of live streaming, I had to end it because after a while of me being on the keyboard, this part of my hand started hurting, right? This little like tendon area part started hurting on both my right and left hand, mouse and keyboard, the whole deal. So I had to apologize to the stream and say, hey guys, listen, I can't work through this. It's pain. I'm not going to push myself any further, but I'll be back tomorrow. And so I was. I streamed the next day after resting my hands for the night, and this time, I was only able to get through 4 hours of live streaming Blackout before, believe it or not, my hands started cramping up again, getting that tension, pain, the burning, strain pain. Well, I had to end the stream. I couldn't work through it. My hands were hurting. What was I gonna do? Sit there for 8 more hours and just talk? No. So I had to end the stream, and that was an unfortunate end to the Blackout beta for me on Twitch because that meant that I couldn't play anymore, which sucked. But, this problem didn't go away, and it hasn't since. I'm going to throw a beautiful word out here that is going to remain in your guys' vocabulary for the duration of the video, and it is a word that no content creator or athlete or anybody really wants to hear them told ever. Tendonitis. Not tinnitus in your ears, tendonitis. A condition in which the tissue connecting muscle to bone becomes inflamed. More common types: tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, tennisvabe. There's a lot of names for it, but it essentially means that your tendons in some part of your body become inflamed from misuse, overuse, or something of the sort. And they say, no. You shall not do what you're doing any longer, and you will listen to me. Otherwise, you will damage yourself permanently. For lack of a better term. You just meant to stop doing it if it hurts, right? So now that I've thrown that word out there, it's very likely that's what I have. And, well, this kind of sucks, because I don't want to have to mention this right now, but it is something that I'm currently battling. And, you know, being a person that plays video games, this little guy right here, the mouse and keyboard, what's happening with my hand when I'm on the mouse and keyboard, right? This part of my palm is completely stationary. It's part of my hand, palm, hand, whatever. It's completely stationary, where my fingers are doing this, right? So a lot of tendon movement here. When this is stationary and these are moving, this is getting bent up like a harmonica. Not a harmonica. I guess like the inside of a piano, whatever, you get the point. Since this first started happening back in September during the Blackout beta, it's been happening consistently often since that point, and it's gotten worse for the most part. In fact, the last week, and part of the reason why I'm making this video that prompted me to go see a physical therapist, is that I tried hopping on Arc several times throughout the day, and Subnautica as well, and I have not been able to successfully sit at the computer for longer than an hour without feeling this tendon pain. And I'll say it again, when you feel tendon pain, you don't work through that, because it's not like muscle pain where you can work it out a little bit more. You don't work out tendons. Maybe you technically do, but you're not meant to put past the pain. And if you do you will hurt yourself. So whenever I feel that, I need to stop. And unfortunately, as you can imagine, it doesn't take an hour to record an ARC video, and it also does not take an hour to record and edit and make a thumbnail of a Subnautica video either. So obviously, this has been a pretty big issue for me lately. Just got Uber Eats in the middle of filming this good old Mediterranean food, not complaining. Double serving of chicken kebab, double serving of rice, some traditional hummus and sliced cucumbers, and I'm feeling pretty good. 1,200 calorie meal. Which, by the way, you guys are gonna get an update soon on my health status with like the weight loss or weight. Oh yeah, boy. The weight gain journey, all that, the thing that I updated on like 5 months ago, I'm still doing it. I've been actively doing it. I just haven't made a video on it. I've not let anybody down, especially myself. I promise you that. You'll hear about it soon. Back on topic. This hand pain problem is something I've been experiencing for a while, and with only being able to work an hour every day the last week, essentially, or close to around that, I went to go see a doctor. I went to my doctor's office just down the street, and they scheduled me with a physical therapist that I just went to today. And she gave me a whole load of information on that it might not just be as simple as your use on the keyboard. It might have something to do with your shoulders, because I've learned quite a lot the past couple of days about how there's a lot of things with your body, and that if you stub your toe, it could affect your heart rate. Body is very weird in how things work. Apparently, when it comes to your hands and the back here with your nerves, all that going up to your shoulders, if you got your shoulders pinched or have bad posture, see where I'm going with this, it can affect your hands. And something I don't know if you guys know about me is that back in like 4th or 3rd grade, really young, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. Boys really be out here with an S for a spine. That's essentially what I have. I don't know if you've ever seen it when I stand at like a different kind of, I lean to the side, maybe I sit to the side. It's hard to tell because I've got the camera at an angle, but lesser to say, my posture's terrible and I don't stand or sit right. Not just because I'm a gamer boy, gamer young lad, even though my physical therapist was like, "You're a gamer, aren't you?" And I'm like, "How could you tell?" I've got scoliosis. And my physical therapist thinks that that might be affecting my nerves here, making it so when I'm on the keyboard and mouse, straining them or putting pressure on them, using force, whatever, using the force, that could be causing the pain. Now, this is a possibility. She also said that ibuprofen, an anti-inflammatory for when this gets inflamed, could help, and it actually has the last day. But I just want to let you guys know that this is something I've been battling for a good while, and I'm not going to pin this on anything like, you know, oh, if this wasn't an issue, you guys would have gotten double the uploads. Likely no. My work ethic has been kind of terrible the past while, but since my new era transformation and switching over to ARC as a main game, I think I've been okay. I've been better about it than I have been in the past, for sure. I've been regularly uploading. I will say that the last 2 or 3 days now of a lack of Subnautica episode and a 1 gap episode in ARC was entirely because of this. I couldn't be on the computer. And it sucks. You know, when YouTubers always talk about, like, or they get asked the question, how long are you going to be doing YouTube for? I've always said, until I'm physically not able to. And well, here's the part where I physically am being limited. I'm not being, you know, like, it's not a permanent thing. Thankfully, this isn't anything to worry about. My doctor reassured me, my physical therapist reassured me. It's not arthritis. The difference between arthritis is that it's in your joints, the knuckles, inflammation like that, visible inflammation. This more has to do with here. So not here, but here, which is good because arthritis can't be cured. And if I was dealing with arthritis, this would be a very depressing video and I'd be insanely sad. But tendonitis is a separate issue, and I just want you guys to know that I'm working on it. I don't mean for this to be an excuse at all. However, I will say that the biggest issue with this is that I'm unable to be on the computer for long periods of time, which thankfully is not the worst thing when it comes to YouTube, because you don't have to record a video all at once. However, live streaming is a different story. Twitch. A lot of you guys have been asking me about Twitch and where that's been, and I'll keep it brief because this is a YouTube video and I know how I've done you guys dirty in the past, but I do plan on coming back to live streaming. In fact, if you take a look on my Twitch, and I won't show it off, but I've got an entire redesign on everything. It's all brand new, and it looks incredible, and I've worked on it for quite a few months. But I'm waiting to pull the trigger on it until I feel confident that I can sit down for longer than an hour or two, because the last thing I want to do is hype up a long stream or a return stream, and then I feel the pain in my hands after an hour or less, and I am forced to end off a live stream. That's called killing your career even more. So this isn't the video that I want to make. It's not. But over the next while, I'm going to be working on adjusting my posture, meaning that for me, being a little scoliosis boy, standing to an arch, not, you know, this far, but when you're standing with scoliosis, you're actually standing at a curve, but it feels normal. If you look at me dead on right now, you might see a little arc this way. That's my scoliosis. Apparently, I'm supposed to be standing kind of like this, where I can feel it in my stomach right now, and it doesn't feel natural, but apparently this is how I'm supposed to be standing. And apparently this is, supposed to help with my shoulders if I roll them back, keep a good posture, and that might help relieve some stress on here. And that might fix the problem for all that I know. But I'm working on it. I'm going to see a physical therapist in a week. Hell, I'll keep you guys updated with this because this is important. So, that's kind of where I'm at. If you guys have ever dealt with tendonitis before, you guys can let me know your thoughts on it. I'd love to read up on it. You know, let me be very clear. It's not confirmed that this is tendonitis. I know I threw that word around quite a bit. I'm not going to diagnose myself with it. I'm just saying, and my doctors are saying, that it is a very likely scenario, but my posture and scoliosis could also be causing this a little bit more so. It plays a factor no matter what, but we don't know where the levels are of scoliosis, posture, scoliosis. You know, you get the point. Tendonitis, rather, but that's where I'm at. Not the most, you know, exciting video to make, but you guys know I like to update you, especially when it comes to me producing content. I like to fill you guys in. You know, YouTubers will tell you if they're sick. Well, I'm going to tell you if, you know, my hands are preventing me from making videos often enough. So I'll keep you guys updated, but thank you for watching. Again, it's nothing to worry about. At least my doctors haven't said that it's anything to worry about, and I'm just glad it's not arthritis, because again, that's a scary thought, and I don't want to have to deal with that at such a young age for sure, but yeah, just letting you guys know. Thank you for watching. Take care. I will catch you all back in the next video, which hopefully should be tomorrow. See ya!